Hey guys, it's Hayden. I hope you all are having a wonderful beginning to the crazy holidays, and I hope you all ate a lot of food and had tons of fun and just ate a lot of food. I think I'm gonna need a beer for this video. Something happened a few days ago, and this video is kind of inspired about what had happened. So I don't really know how this video is going to turn out. I guess we'll see how it turns out if I even post it. It's probably a good thing that before I did this video I was dousing myself in essential oils at work and being really calming. My work is the best. So basically this video is going to be me talking about derogatory terms that are targeted at the trans community and trans individuals. But I also wanted to include in there how those who do not identify as transgender or those who are cisgender can be an ally towards the trans community when it comes to these derogatory terms. You know, throughout my transition, and it's still the very beginning of my transition, realistically, but throughout it, I've come across some pretty ignorant stuff. Really just not kind things. The reason why I want to talk about this particular topic is because I received this anonymous message on my Tumblr, and it was so bad. It was so offensive on so many different levels. I'm gonna post a picture of the screenshot I took of this comment so you all can read as I am reading it to you, because I don't want the camera to be, you know, focused on me as I'm reading, because that sounds uncomfortable. Oh, and before I read this and put a picture of the text in this video, I just want to put a little bit of a warning out there for some folks. It could be triggering to some, but there's some foul language and derogatory terms in this, and I just don't want it to be triggering to anyone. So if you don't want to see something super transphobic, you might want to just skip this little part, or just stop watching the video, unfortunately. You will never be anything but a fucked up girl to me, and the name Hayden is stupid for someone as old as you are. Like, I'm so glad to have my 100% female birth name rather than a driver's license with a boy's name that belongs in a toddler's car seat. The Aiden trend. Caden, Braden, Aiden, Hayden, Jaden wasn't popular until the early 2000s, and you were born around 1990. Oh well, I guess common sense escapes you tranny freaks in every aspect of life. Yeah. So typically on Tumblr, when I get messages from people, it's primarily people who are questioning their gender, and it's honestly a really nice way for me to be able to contact folks who feel really alone. And so I was thinking, you know, when I signed on to Tumblr and I saw the little icon, like I had a notification, I was thinking, cool, another person who is feeling alone, not cool that they feel alone, but is contacting someone, is reaching out to someone. And when I read that, I honestly laughed. And I didn't know what to think or react because I wasn't expecting it. And honestly, I didn't really take too much of this to heart because, quite frankly, I don't really give a shit what this person thinks about me. I don't know this person, at least I don't think I know this person. They posted it anonymously too, which is just like the cherry on top, you know? Funny. But what really kind of upset me, and it's like resonating in me, is the fact that I can't help but not think that there are people in my life, personally, that actually think like this about me. And that's what really irritates me about this situation. And it also really irritates me because if this person were to target somebody else who is very emotionally unstable and not able to take this type of comment, it could have ended their life. And so that's why it really upsets me, and that's why it really pisses me off. And also to note that this was the day after Transgender Day of Remembrance that this person posted this on my Tumblr. So it just really emphasized the fact that there are people out there that have this type of mindset that would go through extreme lengths to putting harm in my life, and, you know, to say really hurtful things, to hurt me, to physically harm me. Yeah, it just really emphasized the fact of that. And I don't know, it's unfortunate that there are people that have this mindset. And I don't know, just, it blows my mind that somebody will go out of their way to say the most insensitive, inaccurate, and obscene things to a person they don't even know. And honestly, a lot of it is probably driven by fear, and fear of what they don't know. So I'm the type of person where I try to look at the positive of things in life. And one positive outcome that came through this is the fact when I posted this on my Facebook and I replied on Tumblr, I got this immense amount of love. I was showered with love and support, and it was really incredible to have so many people backing me up and really reassuring me that I'm a good person. And I know I'm a good person. And it's not that I took like this person's words to heart, but like I stated previously, I can't not help but think that there are people in my life that think like this about me, and that's what really hurts me, honestly. But breaking down this comment, the biggest things that really like pissed me off, and I'm sorry if I'm swearing or saying inappropriate words in this video quite frequently, but quite honestly, I'm pretty pissed off about the situation, so. The thing that really bothered me about this comment, though, was the fact that this person said that I was a fucked up girl, and referred to me as a tranny freak, and also the entire trans community, referring to trans identified individuals as tranny freaks, and we don't have any concept of common sense. So that's ultimately what really pissed me off about this. Not even the fact that this person was targeting my name, like, who the fuck cares what my name is? Honestly, I just didn't want to change my initials, and it was like Hank, Harold, Harrison, you know, all these names that were not suiting to me. I don't really understand why the fuck this person was targeting my name too in it. I don't know. Blows my mind. But then again, I don't have any common sense, so I don't know. So I was having a really hard time trying to think of a topic talking about this, because I didn't want to just sit in front of a camera and bitch and moan and just be like, this person really hurt my feelings. It might be really great to talk about how one who does not identify as transgender can stand up against these sorts of derogatory terms, especially around holidays, you know, dinner table conversations with family that is incredibly conservative and very on the right side of things. Granted, I luck out. My family knows not to say anything crazy like that towards me. And the fact that they love me. But, you know, I would really hope, though, that if somebody heard somebody using really transphobic terminology, that they would stop them in their tracks and say something. Not in a, you know, really defensive way or anything, but just saying like, hey, you know, that's a really offensive, derogatory term you just used, and how can you go about saying this a different way, or why do you feel this way? And rather than fighting, starting a conversation. So I wrote down 4 different terms that I personally, not everyone, but I personally classify as the derogatory terms in relation to trans individuals. First one is tranny. Can you tell where my video was inspired? Second one, she-male. Third one, he, she. Fourth one, it. So to me, these seem pretty self-explanatory of how one should not use this type of terminology. And the simplest way I can put it is, would you want to be called this? Tranny, it doesn't feel good saying it out loud. If someone calls me tranny, I take offense to it. Very high offense to it. Some people might identify with the term tranny, and if that's what they want, they don't take offense to it, then fine, that's what they should be identified as. But personally, me, no, not at all. Basically, if you were to go on the internet right now and do a Google image search of tranny versus transgender, you would get 2 widely different things. And I'm not going to go into detail about it because you can do it by yourself if you really want to. But you'll immediately understand why I take offense to the term tranny. Also similar to tranny, she-male, he, she, same kind of thing. Again, I'm just gonna say, would you want to be classified as that? And that's really offensive on a lot of different levels. Like, no, I am not a he, she, or a she-male or something. No. Absolutely fucking not. I am male, and I am me, and I happen to be a trans man, but I'm still a man, as a trans woman happens to be a trans woman, but she's still a woman. So saying things like he, she, or she-male, that's incredibly offensive. I can't stress it enough. Both, I mean, all of this is offensive. It's all offensive. It's just offensive. Did I get that point across? And then the last term that I put down is it. I have been referred to as it before. It's not a good feeling. It is not a person. It makes you feel really belittled and devalued in society. And when I was referred to as it, I know I've talked about this in one of my other videos, but I was really targeted by these 3 guys, and they were saying the most offensive things to me, and they were trying to figure out what my gender was, and they were trying to like ask what my gender was, and they were being really persistent on it, and it was honestly the first time throughout my transition where I actually was afraid. I was really afraid, and I didn't want to say what my gender was because I was afraid. But these people kept on referring to me as it, and I don't know, it just blows my mind how people can think that it's okay to talk to somebody like this. really blows my mind. I don't understand it. One of my friends brought up a really good point, and some people are really inclined to say things like, well, we're just having fun, and you just take things too personally, and that is so true. Like, so many people say that about any sort of issue when it comes to being offensive towards someone. But, you know, I'm not sorry if I take offense to really derogatory terms. I'm not gonna say sorry for that. I'm not gonna apologize for one's actions. It's not right. It's not right at all. And I really don't give a shit what people say if they're saying that I am taking it too seriously and stuff like that. Quite honestly, if I don't know you personally, and if you're not a close friend of mine, you do not have the right to joke around with me and to talk about my transition in a joking manner. You don't have that right. I don't care who you are, you don't have that right. There's a difference between, you know, my friends and us hanging out and like joking about it and being really sarcastic about certain things, but no one has the right to joke about somebody who is different from them. Even if it's unintentional of one coming off as offensive towards someone, people really need to step up and realize that things like that are not okay. Not okay at all. Basically what I'm trying to say throughout this entire video and my jumble fuck of just irritation is, if you hear one saying really offensive, derogatory terms towards anyone, just stand up, say something. It does not have to be in this really defensive mode or anything. Just say something, because quite honestly, the trans community and other communities who are a minority in society need extra voices. And if people just sit back and they don't say anything, even though it bothers them, they don't say anything over and over and over, we're just gonna get shit on over and over and over. And you know, it's one thing, I did respond to this person, and I cannot sit back and let someone shit on me and let someone shit on my community when every single fucking day is a struggle. And I have come way too fucking far to let someone rip me down. So ultimately, I really hope that people will stand up. I mean, this thing was said the day after Transgender Day of Remembrance. You know, when we mourn and grieve and honor the people, my brothers and my sisters that have lost their lives towards transphobic hate crimes. I mean, it just really blows my mind. I don't know. I just really encourage everyone to step out of your comfort zone, to step out of these boundaries that you're constricted in, and really be an advocate for other people. And that even goes with me. Like, I try to be as much of an advocate towards other people as much as possible. Not to be so serious, but it is serious. So I'm gonna end this video. I don't know when I'll do another video. I really want to do a video with one of my closest friends, and this friend of mine, they identify as more gender fluid, gender queer, and I think it would be really great to have this person in a video talking about the diverse elements of gender and I think it would be really awesome for this person to come in and do a video with me. So hopefully maybe my next video will be one including my dear friend. Alright, all. Well, thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, please feel free to shoot me a message. And you can also subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and if you want to, you can share this video. So I will see you all in a few weeks. We'll see how it plans out, but until then, have a safe and wonderful few weeks ahead. Alright, thanks guys. Bye.